Greetings everyone, and welcome to another MGU playthrough. And it's a game that I've always wanted to do for a long time, folks, because, well, I like this game. I like this game a lot. However, there was a special edition being released in the States and the rest of the world finally after all this time, so I decided to wait for that one to come out before I decided to play this game. So yes, folks, I am playing Kingdom Hearts Final Mix for the PlayStation 3. It's actually part of a set that contains this game, Kingdom Hearts RE Chain of Memories, and the cutscenes from Kingdom Hearts 358/2. But we'll get to those when we get to those. So yeah, you may have noticed that the Final Mix screen looks a bit different than the regular mix. It's all nice and colory and features a, I don't know if it's a somber or sad Sora, I can't really tell. Anyway, we have three modes that we can choose from. The difficulty, we have the beginner for, well, to start with rare items and easy mode. Final Mix is pretty much a nice balanced mix, and proud mode, well, the enemies are hard. Obviously, it's the hard mode. But for the sake of this playthrough, and for my sanity, I'm going to choose Final Mix, while at the same time not being too much of a coward for picking easy mode, you know? Let's see, we can also adjust the camera here, and we can also adjust vibration. I'm going to put on vibrate because why not? I want to feel myself getting hurt or hitting things, you know? Just because I can. Alright, so yeah, folks, originally this was going to be, originally I was going to have my brother join me on this one because he's a Disney fan, but due to both time and technical hiccups between the two of us, I decided to go this one a bit solo because why not? And dude, if you're watching, sorry about that. I was just things didn't work out in our favor, unfortunately. I hope you forgive me or something if you're watching this. So, yeah. Anyway, we start out with this trippy sequence, ladies and gentlemen, with somebody, well, comprehending on what's going on. There we go. Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is full of all these wonders and plot-heavy relevance and all that stuff. I mean, this is the first game though, so all the connections, all the complicated storylines don't really start till, well, next game actually. But this was back in a time where Kingdom Hearts was a simple game, a fun game, and an enjoyable game. Yes, and the song we're listening to right now, after watching this nice little CG opening here, is called Simple and Clean. Let me see, who is it by? Let me look it up right quick. Kingdom Hearts, music. Let's see. Yeah, it's also known as Hikari. Is that Hikari? Yeah, Hikari, Simple and Clean. And let's see. It was performed by Hikaru Utada, and she sang both the English and Japanese versions of this song. So that's pretty much a credit to her talent. And I do have to say, when I first heard this song right here, I was actually watching TV one day back when this game first came out, and I was surprised that about having a game where elements of Final Fantasy and Disney characters are mixing. And hey, trust me, this game piqued my curiosity. I bought this game when I had the chance, and I actually had a good time with it. It was actually a nice experience, and yeah. Of course, we're watching all sorts of trippiness. First with this kid falling from the sky, and he's watching himself, and then he starts to fall into the water and fall down, and yeah. Anybody had one of those weird trippy dreams that just felt so real, you know? You could have sworn or something. It's kind of Matrix level kind of thing. Wait, was the Matrix out by then? I think it was. Yeah, it came out, the original one came out in 1999. This was made in 2002, and yeah. Alright, so anyway, folks, we're about to be introduced to some tutorial, and we got doves? And hi, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. What? Yeah, of course, Disney elements. It makes sense, you know. Alright, so who is this boy, you may ask? Well, his name is Sora, and he is listening to a disembodied voice. The door is still shut. Now step forward. Can you do it? Yeah, again, tutorial level. It gets the players new and those who have not played the game in a while, it gets them familiar with the controls, you see. Power sleeps within you. If you give it form, it will give you strength. Okay, so yeah, basically the game is giving us a choice right here. What we have to do is we have to choose a form, as it were. We can choose either to take a sword, a shield, and a magic rod. Now, when you choose one of these items, you are essentially going down a specific pathway. Like the sword will give you strength, meaning that your actions will be more attributed to strength and getting stronger and power-ups and stuff. If you choose the shield like I did right here, it's focused more on defense and increased health, which is very important. And if you choose magic, you'll be more magical, as it were. Your magic points will be greater than if you were not to choose any of those, so yeah. Now the game wants you to sacrifice one of these things in return, so eeny, meeny, miny. Yeah, I'm going to get rid of you because, frankly, I like to be a bit more physical when I do my attacks, but come on, magic has never hurt anyone. It's just that I'm going to be using less of it. Now, because there are 3 items and you have to choose one and disregard the other, there are 6 possible ways you can customize your character Sora. So, it's up to you to choose which pathway you're going to give Sora. I mean, if you want an extra challenge, you can go with magic, unless you're good with magic casting and such, but I prefer defense or strength over, well, magic, personally. And there have been runs of this game in which I have just chosen the sword and given up the shield or magic or either one, so yeah. Hello, Cinderella. How are you doing? I see the pumpkin carriage. I think I saw a glass slipper. Makes sense. Alright. We have been given the power to fight. And we are fighting with our shield. Ah, yes. Now, this was before, Disney acquired Marvel and thus Captain America and such, so it's kind of funny when you think about it these days, huh? Yeah, blah, 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 magic points, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, as you can see here, the green is our health and the blue is our magic meter. So, yeah. And there will be times where I have to fight. Well, duh, game. If I didn't have to fight, this would be pretty much a boring game, really. Just nothing else to do. Now, these little critters right here that I just, encountered, they are called the Shadows, and they are the lowliest low enemies of a race known as the Heartless. We'll get more into that, well, later on. And those green balls that, appeared out of a few of them, well, those are health bars that we can use to regenerate Sora's health if you need them. Yeah, thank you, disembodied voice behind me. Alright, and now we're going to go into the whole tutorial about locking on to enemies, kind of like the Z and L targeting from the Zelda series. Although, realistically, I would prefer to use the Z and L targeting system from the Zelda series here, because what you have to do is press the R1 button to lock onto enemies, and in order to switch targets, you have to press the L2 button, I believe, and it can get kind of confusing after a while. I mean, with enough practice, you can get a hang of it, but when you first start out, it can get pretty confusing, you know? Alright, good. There we go. That's it for that. And... oh. Okay. What's with the black? Oh! Sora? Sora, no! Okay. You bees! Get them off me! Okay. Alright, so here we are. We are on another platform. And upon closer inspection of this platform right here, you can see that there are 3 giant hearts with princesses on them. 3 of them. I wonder what that means. And yes, triangle is your action command, so yeah, we're going to use that a lot, obviously. I can't open it. Well, it's kind of hard to open a transparent door, don't you think? Ooh, a treasure chest. Let's see what's inside, shall we? Yeah. Triangle to open things. So, let's do it already. Come on. Alright. Okay, we get nothing, but a large crate appears. And push large crates. Yeah, in order to just push large crates, just go against them and, yeah, it's that easy. And you can also destroy the crates as well. And we got our first potion of the game. And this pleases the door gods. And we get, yeah, lock on to objects as well as enemies. Yep, L2 to switch targets. Yeah. So, in order to move onward, let's go destroy this barrel because, again, this will please the door gods for some odd reason. Okay, now that the door is solid, let's proceed onward, shall we? Now, you have to wonder, could this be the door that this game spoke of? You know? The door? And, alright, Sora, wait. Why are you going into the light, Sora? Usually going into the light means you're death or something. I don't know, really. Okay. Whoa. The door won't open just yet, but what was that door we just went through? Game? Alright, so apparently the mysterious disembodied voice wants to, well, get to know Sora a little bit, because, well, we gotta see what kind of person Sora is, you know? And here we are, we have 3 characters. We'll get more into them next part, but for right now, we're just gonna start talking to them by walking up to someone and pressing the triangle button. Okay. What are you so afraid of? Getting old? Being different? Being indecisive? I think I'll choose being indecisive. Why not? Alright. So, yeah, let's go to our next character, and she'll ask, what's most important to you? Being number 1? Friendship? Or my prized possessions? Yeah, my prized possessions, because, come on, I'm a pack rat. I like to hold on to my stuff, you know? Let's talk to this guy right here. And what do you want out of life? Let's see, I want to see rare sights, to broaden my horizons, and to be strong. I might as well be strong, because, why not? Strength is important in life sometimes, you know? Now, because I've chosen all 3 answers as, well, the third one, because I've chosen the third option all 3 times, the game has determined that I am to level up slowly. Yeah, when you answer certain questions, it determines how Sora will level up through the game, because this is an action RPG, you see. So, for example, if I were to choose the first answer each time, I would start off very fast, leveling up very, very fast, and then when I get to the end of the game, like near the end of the game, I would start slowing down, and, well, that would be kind of, well, challenging, as it were. If I were to choose the second answer each time, I would be leveling up at a average pace, you know, not too fast, not too slow, just right, you see. Now, but by choosing the last answer each time, I'm going to level up slowly in the beginning, but as I approach the end of the game, the leveling up will get faster and faster, and it's useful because the enemies in the game will get harder and harder. Now, as you can see here, we are on Princess Aurora, aka Sleeping Beauty, and she is fulfilling this role nicely, don't you think? You know, In fact, all the stained glass images of the princesses that we've seen so far, their eyes have been shut. Significance? You tell me. Anyway, here we are. We are finding more shadows, and yeah, because this is a tutorial level, you shouldn't have no chance of dying, especially with all the green health balls popping up here, there, and everywhere. Alright. Ooh, mysterious light. Yeah, this mysterious light right here is our save point, which can be used to refill our health and magic if need be, and it also serves another purpose we'll get into later on. So, yeah, saving is very important according to this little box right here, because if you do happen to screw up at some point, well, you can always start from your last save point and, well, continue until you don't mess up. Save scumming at its finest. And yeah, so I might as well go ahead and show it off right now because I can, really. And yes, folks, I have practiced beforehand because it's been a while since I played Kingdom Hearts, and I started this game right after I finished Sly Cooper, and the controls for these games are different. I mean, with Sly Cooper, the X button is to jump, the square button is to hit things or use action things. You know, pretty standard platforming stuff. With this game here, the circle button is to jump, and the X button is to attack, and then we have the triangle action command. So, yeah. Blah, blah, blah. Music is getting more epic. And what's going on with Sora's Shadow? What the heck is going on? What? Yeah, don't be afraid. Yeah, right, disembodied voice. If I see my shadow popping up and growing who knows how big, I'd make a run for it. You see here? Sora's got the right idea, and nope. Shoot. Oh boy. So yeah, folks, meet our first boss of this game, Darkside, and he too is a member of the Heartless, one of the biggest ones in this game. Well, we'll see bigger ones, but for the moment, he is the biggest one we've encountered thus far. So yeah. Alright, so what Darkside will do is he will slam the ground to release this void of darkness in which the shadows will pop up and attack Sora. And again, the shadows, when you defeat them, produce some health bars, health energy pellets, so you have no chance of dying right here. Now, Darkside here will produce a second attack, and what he'll do is he'll crouch to the ground and release purple energy orbs from his chest, like right here, for example. And what I'm trying to do, folks, is I'm trying to get to the top of Darkside's head because thanks to watching other playthroughs of this game, I've learned that you can also hit the head for some additional experience points. Now, when you attack enemies in a specific way or at a specific location, well, you gain something called tech points. And tech points are basically experience points, like the game rewards you for doing some difficulty or some special technique against a certain enemy. So, with me taking the slow path to leveling up, I'm going to try to get as many of the tech points as I can, you see. Alright. Alright. Come on, you stupid thing. Get low. Get down. Kneel or something. Yeah, it's pretty hard to get on top of Darkside's arms to get for his head. I mean, granted, if you take your time and be a little quick, you can make it, but most of the time, as you're seeing right here, I'm going to fall down and mess up, either because I get hit by these purple things, or I don't know. Come on. There we go. Oh, and I level up already. Thanks, game. I'm now slightly stronger than I was earlier, so yeah. So if you want to go for those tech points, go for it. Come on, do it. Now, for this fight right here, you have no chance of dying, really, because it's our first boss in the game, and even if you do die for some odd reason, you don't get a game over or anything. Instead, the plot will proceed onward as normal, but I don't think you'll get any of those experience points, well, when you defeat Darkseid, so I just I'll just go for it, folks. Just try and beat this guy. I mean, he's very easy when you really think about it, so yeah. Alright, so yeah, obviously we are on the stained glass picture of Belle. And if you look real closely at Belle, she also has a bunch of the other characters from Beauty and the Beast. There's the Beast himself, and then there's also, let's see, I think there's Chip on there, there's Luminaire, sorry, I can't tell, Luminaire, I think that's how you pronounce it, and I think I see the rose that the Beast is cursed with, you know, but, yeah, I like that little shout out to all these Disney characters because, well, this game is technically kind of half Disney or 1/3 Disney. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think this game is, let's see here, 1/3 Disney, 1/3 Final Fantasy, 1/3 originality, or would you consider it half Disney and half Final Fantasy? Because this game here is directed by good old, let's see here, I gotta make sure I pronounce his name correctly, I don't want to screw it up. Let's see here, let's see, okay, alright, his name, okay, make sure I get the name right, I want to make sure I get his name, it's, Tetsuya Nomura, yeah, I think that's his name, right, so, yeah, and, of course, Nomura's better known for Final Fantasy, and I think he joined Final Fantasy, around